We've got 150 people on our investor list that we've met over the years. Every time we have a conversation with someone, every time that somebody reaches out to us via the website, they get added to the list so that when projects come up, you can look through your investor list and target the types of investor with the capacity to invest in that deal and have open conversations with them and see if they're interested in that particular deal. We spoke about at the start of the open investments that we've got going on. We've got 4 at the moment, and actually there might be a 5th because we've had a few issues with an investor pulling out on one of our larger deals. So that might have to be brought into conversation. But I wanted to touch on the importance of an investor list. And we've spoken about this before. I think we've got circa 150 people on our investor list that we've met over the years. This is something that's been building over the last 6-7 years. Every time we have a conversation with someone, every time that somebody reaches out to us via the website, they get added to the list. And sometimes it is very easy to forget who you've spoken to and meetings that you've had. So making sure that in that investor list, you've got notes on the conversations that you've had, the types of investments that the investors are looking for, the type of liquidity that they've got. Do they have 200 grand looking to invest, or do they have 2 million? That's key information so that when projects come up, you can look through your investor list and target the types of investor with the capacity to invest in that deal and have open conversations with them and see if they're interested in that particular deal. So we use HubSpot as our CRM platform. And we've talked about HubSpot in the past quite a lot. That has basically all of the contacts that we would have ever met in a solid platform that we can hit with email newsletters, investor information, or new deals that are coming through, all that type of stuff. But we have our investor list mainly stored on Google Sheets. So it's basically a long spreadsheet of all of the names down the left-hand side, all of the key information, the notes from the conversations we've had with them, the amount of money that they've got to invest. And then often on the right-hand side, we'll have sort of the projects that we have available. So Jack and I were up late a couple of nights ago thinking about who might be right for this type of investment, who might be right for that type of investment. And on the right hand side underneath the project specifically, we can put either a note to say it was sent to this person on this date, or this might be a potential for this type of deal. So I actually drafted an email the other night to a specific investor, and I'm glad that I checked with Jack to see if he had actually sent it to that person yet. And he had. So I would have just been duplicating information, and it would have made us look a bit silly if we're both sort of emailing the same deal to the same investor. So having a track record of who you've sent what is really important so that you know what's gone out. And then also noting what the feedback was from those people. If it's not right for them right now, they might say something like, look, I'm in a deal at the moment. I should have about £1 million in about 6 months time. So do keep me in the loop for projects that come up after 6 months, and let's have a conversation. The deal that you've sent me is the type of deal that I'm looking for. I just don't have the money at the moment. So all of those things are really important to either add to HubSpot or add to your investor list.
If you got value from this video, make sure you click the subscribe button down below and ring the notification bell, because we release one video at least every week, so you'll be the first to get notified. See you on the next one.